Hii windy na uandike jina. Hii ni hot day. Siku yenye ni baridi sio tunamkataza kucheza. Okay guys, good evening to you. Guys, I've been so busy for the 2 days. I don't know the wahala in the house. And unfortunately, I wanted to do a video from 2 because I was free. But then guys, it is what it is. Sometimes, hey, when you want to achieve some goals, I don't know what really decides to work against them. So in the evening from 2, again, it was rainy. I could not go and do any video. So guys, I'm here to do some analysis here and there, picking the best and the worst moments here, so that you don't say negative energy, negative energy, negative energy. It's not negative or fully. Hello, it's guys. Both. All right. So Rosho has finally had to ride the donkey, the horsey, not donkey. Whoa, why am I saying donkey? Okay, it is what it is. So Rosho has finally achieved her mission of riding the donkey. The house. Can you pin me down? Rosho has finally achieved the target of riding Rio, the horse, all right? And she really made a very interesting video here after she had come from unboxing the boxes from anonymous people she's supposed to check on, all right? So guys, the man here is really working, and he proved that in 3 months everything will be okay, and I'm trusting him, okay? So Rosho had the first ride on the horse, and I saw her actually having realized her dream. And my daughter was like, I like the horses, and I'm like, yeah, now you can dream like Rosho, and automatically you get it, okay? So we saw Rosho getting the ride. Not bad, right? It is actually good to always dream for something and get it. And that is what Rosho got in this life in Nyabohanse. Even when Irumbi Brenda shouts and complains, Rosho says, no. Everything is not that bad, right? So welcome guys. Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. I know there are so many people who watch the video, but they never subscribe, you know. And that is why we still have very few subscribers, but there are so many people who watch. So guys, please do me a favor, help me to grow. What is that? Block of pigs, of bigs. What is that? I can't understand that. And my focus is to do a critical analysis of different people in Nyabohanse, just because I love them, you know. It's for the love that I have for them that I keep watching them and reacting. It's not out of hatred, guys. Ganas and Baka Eva, welcome. Hi. Thank you so much for coming here. Like the video. I can't understand you, block of bigs 540. Whatever you mean by bullshitty, whatever it is. Okay. So guys, if you always watch Rosho, the Argentina girl, the wife of Marwa, she has been having a long dream of riding the horse, and finally she did it, all right? I'll be just showing a short part because I really liked how I was watching, and we could see this. We could see this. A very beautiful scenery. Oh my gosh. All right?
Guys, we're doing well here. The sunset is a very golden hour here. And we have Joseph who will help me a little bit here with Rio. Finally, I'm learning even how to see properly, how to be balanced, how to find my balance. But it's good. Rio today is cooperating. I was a little bit nervous because yesterday Oh, the day before, I think it was, no, yesterday. With Uncle Mo? It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
He was a little reactive with.
All right, so Rio is still a bit reactive, but he's being trained slowly to adapt to horse riding aspect, because what is the horse for if you don't ride it? I was looking at the horses in Marwa's compound and I was like, if they don't ride, then why? But finally they are taking to it, and I'm like, yeah, so they'll be using it. Sometimes instead of using the Mercedes Benz or the big car, they can use the horse, and it is a very good scenery. And of course you can make people pay as you ride. Business minded people, Rosho, the manager should actually get to business. And if they are focused towards the aspect of tourists, then this is one of the best choices they made. All right. Okay, how do you feel about this? Drop a comment if you have any comment. And the man in the house, he speaks more like the cowboy. I don't know, for whatever reason. Ghana's Baka Eva, I said hi, I hope you saw. And you are welcome here. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And I know many people will be coming by, and I'll appreciate, okay? Yeah. So when I was watching this, I was like, okay, yeah. The other day, Rosho was manifesting her dreams and saying, take me to Santa Cruz. And I'm like, yeah, finally she's there. Because the big fridge came, the big washing machine came, the cooker came. What else? What else are we missing? So we can now bake easily. We can keep our food and preserve. We can finally, what else? All right, so a lot of stuff have come finally. That is the beauty of charity, being the travel commando. Hey. And today, that is when Rosho had to go and purchase a bull. And I looked at those bulls, by the way. Cattle have gone high in price. A cow that is just from a calf is already around 20,000 shillings. So when that guy was quoting 65, I thought that was a fair price, equally fair for this bull. Let's just look at it. So I was like, yeah, maybe you just don't have the money, but don't tell me you'll go to the market and you find cheap. If you find, then I'll be sending for more cows from Nyabohanzi. Let's check this.
So this here we have these.
Yes.
This is how much, Uncle?
We have put the on. Just sell us how.
115,000. This is 115,000. Yes. More. Another one. This one is there. Give us another one.
115,000. We are a bit far. We are a bit far. Put that one. 150,000 is like 1,300. Yes.
Ahí,
At least there's options. Yeah. What's your name? You can introduce yourself.
Hello guys, welcome to Roka Breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is how much? This is 65.
65.
Yeah, so guys, when you look at this bull at 65,000, it's not bad, right? That price is not overquoted. And so I saw Rosho and Chacha saying that they'll go to the market and buy. And I'm really waiting to see which kind of bull they'll buy, because if they'll find a big one, then I'll be sending for some bulls from Nyabohanzi actually. Because currently the prices of cattle are so high. You get to get a calf that has just been, can we say it has gone through weaning? It goes at 20,000, So I'm imagining this bull is a very big bull. So that price was not really overquoted. I don't think so. From my view though, from my perspective, I don't know what you think. You can drop a comment at the comment section. Do you think the neighbor has exaggerated because they know Marwa is a YouTuber with money, and with Rosho also, when we see the Mzungu, we know money is around? Or do you think it is the genuine price? For me, I think it's a genuine price, in my opinion though. But maybe Nyabohanzi is different. That's a village on its own. with very different aspect that I don't see elsewhere. Anyway, let's get to David Jr. All right, David Jr. for us. So David Jr. actually met this old person known as Mita or Mita. He's a Tanzanian, yeah, and the guy was begging. Let me see that book. All right, guys. Weka kitabu. So guys, this individual came around to beg, or rather to seek help. Let me use that word. Hey, because when you use begging, it really frustrates a lot of people. I don't know why. Even for me, I can beg. Oh. Hey, I beg. Oh. Hey, I beg. The Nigerians always say, I beg. My brother, I beg. Anyway, for Kenyans, it seems when you use the word I beg, it looks like you are putting them in the position that is not very favorable. It is what it is, guys. So the guy came about after seeing David Jr. Of course, you know David Jr. makes content, people contribute, and he goes around the village doing what he has to do. By the way, I've just come to learn that when we watch many people in Nyabohanze, including Gintu, you go watch Mogesi, you go watch Masibo, you go watch I don't know who, Gate was also doing a begging business. Hey, I don't know whether we should call it charity again or it was begging, because Gate, the former wife of Gintu, came out to say that she is unable to finish her house. She wants people to help her to finish at least the bedroom, because whoever was helping her is no longer doing anything. And she's really frustrated on her videos. I don't even watch her videos anymore. And even if I watch, I don't want to show here. Yeah, so she came about doing that, and she's just speaking. She sits on a stool. Hey, is it a small one? David Jr. said people sit on small stools and begin talking. So I don't know whether it's a small stool or a big stool or a good or a coach or a small, I don't know. So she actually sits and begins to remind people to help in finishing the house, you know. And sometimes she wants to really like show a lot of emotions, like she wants to cry and all that. I'm like, hey, Wahala, what's up, my sister? You can actually ask people to help, not necessarily looking so desperate, but you just show them. Possibly Gatti should go showing people her house and the state of affairs and where it has stopped and all that. Then people will contribute knowing what they are doing to. But what I've come to know clearly about Nyabohanze is that every person there is actually begging, though they don't want us to use begging. So let me say, everyone there seeks charity. Let me use a better language because I'm a teacher of English anyway. Everyone in Nyabohanze seeks charity. Be it Gatenyika, Gati, Imogesi, Masubo one. We have Gutu, the son of the widow. We have the former wife to Matiko, Matiko himself, Murimi, David Jr., Dimwango, Marwa, all those. So it's just a habit. I think it's a YouTuber aspect, right? So I think they are borrowing from each other, and I really understand, according to me. The reason as to why people fight a lot in Nyabohanze is as a result of that. So if one is doing that and is being helped more than another, then they tend to feel bad, or rather, I don't know. Because today, again, Marwa said he does not know the definition of jealous. He does not even know that word exists, okay? So, guys, I don't know whether those who sit and do analysis have also envy, or they don't also know the definition. Because personally, I think I know the definition of that very well. You can't tell me that you grew up in Africa and you don't know. Even at school, when we were still kids, people used to envy you when you perform well and they are not performing well. You go to the village You found out that when you are doing something and someone else is not able to do, they feel bad about it and they begin like being malicious about you. That is what envy is, you know. So how do you say that you don't know the definition, but Marwa does not know the definition? Will you keep quiet? Yeah, keep quiet, because for him, he does not know. So don't make him part of the team that knows this. He does not know. So today I watched Devi Jr. and of course I saw this guy from Tanzania. They always say sisi ni wa Tanzania, but they have lived in Kenya. I don't know for whatever reason. Do they have denial? Because I believe when I go to a country and live there for years and maybe even I become a citizen there, I can also say I am a citizen of that country. Why should you keep saying you are a Tanzanian and yet you have settled in Kenya finally? You have been assimilated. You should just say you are Kenyan, because duality of citizenship, you can actually claim the citizenship of the other country if you have documents. Why not? I don't see why most of the people who have settled in Nyabohanse still say they are not part of Nyabohanse. Okay, so let's go through this. David Jr. found this guy known as Mwita. He's a Tanzanian. And while talking to him and asking what he wants, the guy came out saying that he wants a wife, he wants to also settle and have the best life, he wants a house, he wants land. And I was like, is this a script? Or is it a random thing? You know, according to David Jr., it's a random thing. For me, I don't know. But I'm just wondering, do you get a random person and they begin talking to them that way and they really reveal a lot about themselves? It's very rare, but it is what it is. So let's check on this. And Murima was really laughing and I'm like, what the hell are you laughing for? And Matiko was also sitting aside laughing. So let's check at this.
Why are you laughing? Kuja karibu is come near. Okay, what's your name? What's your name? Okay, jina lako nani?
Mwita.
Mwita.
Mwita Kibera.
Mwita Kibera. Where is your home, Mwita Kibera? Nyumba yako iko wapi?
Iko hapa chini.
Oh, hapo ni kwako. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Okay, my question again. Mwita, nipe mkono. Where is your home, Mwita?
Home Mwanza.
Oh, Mwanza. His home is in Tanzania, guys. Mwanza is, one of the cities in Tanzania, but he stays with us here. Welcome, feel at home. I don't understand why Murimi is laughing. Okay, come. Why are you laughing?
Do you know Murimi has mastered the art of YouTube? He understands. This is how the milk comes. He knows how they milk. So he's laughing because he understands this is a script, possibly. That is my thought, though. Don't sacrifice me, because that is my perspective. Why would he be laughing all ribs out if he doesn't know what is being done here? He knows very well that David Jr. is recruiting a new recruitee into the business of charity. Let's call it with a very honorable name. The business of charity, all right? So he is surprised that this guy is losing the script. He has forgotten, because he's not perfect or rather eloquent in English. So he's rather confusing the questions David Jr. is asking. So he's supposed to say he's from Tanzania, but he started by saying his home is here, all right? So Murimi began laughing and laughing hysterically. And of course, because the script has to go on and appear like David Jr. doesn't know why Murimi is laughing, he had to be asked to come and explain why he was laughing. Do you know how we used to do the script in high school? Hey, Afro Cinema continues shortly. When we are in high school, we could go on with scripts and you start and then the teacher says, stop. Then start, stop, start, stop. All right, guys. So Murimi went on to laugh and laugh and laugh. And I was like, what the hell are you laughing for? Why? So, of course, the script has to continue. David Jr. pulls him aside and asks him, can you say why you are laughing? Now, let's hear what he says. Let's hear. I can't wait to see the day I'll have StreamYard and actually have the shorter streamlining.
Look Look at how he's looking.
So he came here while he was young. Yeah, he was while he, so
Pull a balloon.
he was like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was lying to the camera.
Yeah, his own place is here. Me, I know Mwita is from Mabatin in Mwanza. I've been in Mwanza also.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been in Mwanza.
so he was lying on camera.
Yeah,
That's why you were laughing. But he wasn't lying. He has just said his home is there. Mwita huko si ndio kwako?
Ako Butwari.
Mwita huko si ndio kwako? Huh?
You know, Matiko's father is the one married that woman.
Okay. Ni ukweli anasema. Okay guys, this man.
So, in short, that man wanted help. And then now David Jr. asked him, which kind of help do you want? Okay?
Oh.
Now, David Jr. had to ask him, what kind of help do you want? And the man said, he has lived in Kenya for 25 years. Can you imagine 25? So he's even still a Tanzanian. Anyway, maybe by name. Or I don't know whether he didn't acquire the document. Because recently, I heard Nairobi teacher saying that for Mayugno acquired the documents through bribery or whatever. Kenya, it is what it is. Kenya is Kenya. Okay? You get what you want by what you have. So, we see David Jr. now asking exactly what he wants. And the man comes out and says he wants a family, he wants to build, he wants a land, he wants all that. Okay? But then I was just wondering, why was Murimi laughing? Is it because the script had backfired or what was happening? Because I did not understand why he was laughing. And at the end of the day, they concluded that the man had been in Kenya, but he is from Mwanza. Okay, Mabatini, they say. Anyway.
Oh, okay guys, what Mwita is saying, he came here when Murimi was very young, very young.
I'm not lying.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Okay guys, Mwita found himself in this village here, but he's from, he has been here 25 years, he doesn't know what to do. So what he's trying to tell, so what you say, he's crying. He's been 25 years, so he doesn't know what to do. He's just, in the village. What if? Tulia, no explaining. So, take it easy. So, let me just ask him, what if we bring for you a young beautiful lady who is over 18 so that he can marry her? What he just said?
Can you imagine? The man is ready to marry whether it's an 18-year-old, a white, or whichever he's ready to marry, but he doesn't have anything. So David Jr. now promises that he'll display something on his video and people will come and I'm like, okay, charity goes on. Let it go on. If it can rescue the people in Nyabohanse and elsewhere in the country, let charity go on. Let charity fly and land and people's faces and help them. Because now the man has actually got into the business of David Jr. finally.
Bye. Beautiful smile.
Bye.
That is it. Hey.
Bye.
Hey, that is it.
Bye.
That is it. Okay, Mwita. See you sometime. Aye. Kesho. Aye. Bye. So it's from here in the village. So this other side we have Matiko. Matiko, say hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Joseph Matiko.
Where are you from?
Nyamwini.
Yeah. Oh, at least right now he can speak English. Wow, big guy. At least unaweza ongea Kiingereza. Asante sana. So Matiko, I thought you should know today we are heading to see your wife, ex-wife. Tunaenda kumuona Nchagwa. Umefurahia hiyo? Is he happy? You are happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, what can you tell Nchagwa? Unaweza nini Nchagwa? What can you tell her? What can you tell Nchagwa?
Anisamehe mlarudi nyumbani.
So what Matiko is saying, Chagwa needs to forgive him so that Chagwa can return back here at home to keep on with normal activities. Do you agree with Matiko? He just said, let me get to know.
Okay, David Jr. solicits for comments from people to say whether they agree. How can we agree about a life of two people who came together? They never involve other people. When two people in a relationship, they are the ones who can answer questions about themselves. It's not the other people who are watching. You know, this aspect of a relationship is nothing like now we have subscribers recommending whether Matiko's wife has to come or not. It is about Chagwa herself to decide. And I think from my knowledge, I've been watching Chagwa, and Chagwa has said she is not interested. Rosa conclaves. Hey, Orombada. I may be reading some language that I don't know, whatever it means. Welcome this evening to my channel and like my video. Yesterday I was unable to do the reaction. All I did was to do the lives while traveling. And I thank God you watched me and just added to my watch hours, because that is what matters for me now. As long as the watch hours are moving daily and pressing towards my target goal, that is what I am really focused towards, all right? So, when David Jr. asked this question, I was like, David Jr., how do you ask us about a relationship between Matiko and the wife? It's upon them to decide whether they have to come back together or not. But we saying whether it's okay or not, it's none of our business, and we can't get engaged in that because they are the ones who know why they're separated and all that. So then later on, of course, we saw David Jr. going to check on the charity projects that are going on, and also informing us that the children's home has received some help. And I was like, Wagwan, go on, brother. By the way, today was election day in Jamaica. I'm just waiting for the results. I'm really waiting for the results, okay?
His grandma. She's the one Dorina started, taking her measurements. For this other grandma, it's purely from my pockets. Because I felt like the equation has to balance, guys. There is no need for us, we buy for the other one here, her alone. No. For me, I always try my very best to balance everything, in which I feel like even this grandma needs to shine. Okay?
Okay, Dave. So we remove that material. We had Ankara one another price. So the Ankara were the full pieces. Ankara is material.
Ankara is material. Yeah.
Ankara, the normal Ankara.
So Dorina again with her contracts going hard on the
God is using
task.
to bless
Okay.
these, orphanage. At the same time, guys, I'm because papers, they are very, very important as well. Yeah, after you're having with your papers, now you can come in the village, you can figure what you want.
Yeah, guys, so you see David Jr. to his task, and people are still insisting, why can't you drop MURIMI, drop Matiko and Brian and help the charity home and other people who really need help? That's the comment that is really coming on the comment section of David Jr. every blessed day. But I don't know, for him, he complains about them, he goes and comes back. For whatever reason, I don't know. Because he complains they are not doing their work. In fact, there is a day I used to hear word lazy. And someone was really mad at me. And I was like, if I'm not doing anything and I've decided to just sit, how do you call me? You just call me lazy. But then some people don't like that word. They feel it is too much. I don't know what to say anyway. It is what it is, guys. So I also did go through Dimwango's video. Okay, and she went, as she went to grind, there is something she said here. Hey, what is happening?
very low according to education. But I encouraged her, I told her, if she doesn't perform, she will go back and repeat because you're one class back. Yeah, because you're in a.
So here we had to profile Dimwango. Dimwango went to school, from day school to boarding school. At boarding school, the teacher did not want her, but the mother had to encourage her that if she doesn't perform, she'll repeat. So she went, and finally she was number 4 out of how many students? Tell them. Hey, tell them. Okay? So don't just see her and think that her intelligence started today. This is in my 20s. She started in my 5 years to be so intelligent and bright. And with the storybooks bought by the mother. Which story was it? She was able to make it in life, okay?
Go back and repeat. But surprisingly, what do you do? Tell them.
Open the mirror, then we go.
Go to the portion mill. Hey, Mr. Go to the.
Then we go.
Okay, so Uncle Mo and Dimwango, of course, went to the posho mill to grind the 1 month flour. You can see quite there. Okay, they went and they had to prepare. That is Africa. Africa for you, those are the kind of duties we do. Carlos Corona, hey, welcome, welcome. Like the video for me. Subscribe to the channel. I'm seeing some new faces, please. Subscribe to the channel also. And welcome, welcome. Thank you for your great presence here. I appreciate. So we have Carlos Corona, Rosa Conclaves. I am Lucy, welcome. Okay. So Lucy, welcome so much. Yesterday I did not make it for reaction. I just did a travel from St. Patrick's Iteni to Eldoret town and back to Kitale. I went very early, not very early though. I went around 11 and I came back almost at 8 p.m. But it is what it is. So thank you so much for coming about here and I appreciate. Yeah, so in the video, actually we had to see Concrat's mom promising that she's going to do a live. I think she's retiring very soon. She's going to retire. And the process of now grinding a lot of maize for a whole month, I can imagine, because when you grind a lot of maize for a whole month and keep it, sometimes it goes stale. I don't know, maybe they have a pot they keep in. You know, when you have an African pot, original to store your maize, your flour, it may be suitable the longest time possible, all right? Yeah. So in this video, what I saw, there was a part that Dimwango was actually bragging at some point, because what I know about her, the only thing that is her unmaking is that bragging aspect. And she was like, yeah, now I'm free. I don't have to really wake up and go to my site. I can even sit. I'm like, where are you going? Because you are telling us you are now free to sit. And at first I thought that indeed she had engaged the father, only to realize that she has a contract now with the engineer. And I'm like, how comes you didn't discover that if you have a full contract, of course, the engineer will do everything. But because you are a content creator, I don't think you are going to sit down. You will still go back to the site and make content. And I don't know. Maybe how comfortable is the engineer about this? Because again, if you are in the limelight a lot and you are doing work with somebody who complains, you may be scared because you never know. The next time they are praising you on camera, another time they may be actually cursing you. There are two things about camera. They are both advantageous and disadvantageous. If things go well, the engineer will be marketed and of course get more contracts. If things go hayway, then the contractor will be blamed and his reputation will go down. And I think that is the main reason why the video Dimwango made complaining and saying the strike at my site, she had to do to pull it down. Because generally, I think when they sat together with Marwa, Marwa told her that, sister, you have done the worst thing possible because what you've done is going to spoil the reputation of the engineer. And then I was surprised recently when Marwa was at Mayugno's place. He was showing another different person who did his house. And I'm like, does it mean this one is a mason or engineer also? Or were you your own engineer? Because when he was doing now the kitchen part of the house, the sinks and all that. He told us he's the designer and engineer of whatever he's doing. Anyway, I'm sometimes confused with these people, but it is what it is. I only talk about what I understand, possibly. Only what I understand. For some things that I don't understand, I may not be able to talk about them unless somebody watched them earlier, because for me, I didn't watch them for many, many years. I can't lie about that. So let's see this.
The whole day. That makes me feel even better. Because now I'm working under a contract, per agreement. And that's actually very easy for me. And I wish I did that even from the beginning. But as I said, you'd rather fail while trying.
You would rather fail while trying. So guys, go ahead and try. Start some villas. Can you start some villas? You would rather fail while you try. Even if you know you don't have the capacity to build a villa. Don't go for regular houses. Hey, go for a villa. Try. So that if you fail, you will have tried. You can receive this advice for free from Dimango for you. That's exactly what she had to tell us. And I'm like, okay, what should I try? What exactly should I try? Buying a Mercedes-Benz, a Lamborghini, building a villa? Okay, let's see what we'll be going for. Now, Dimango walked on the road saying, yeah, I would rather try than and fail. Mistakes are learning point. I'm like, yeah, it's true. But sometimes there are mistakes you may make in life. If we all just agree that mistakes is the way to go, I don't think that's the way to go. The best way to go is that if I really can receive advice before I start a project, and the best advice and take it, that would be better. Because there are some mistakes we've made in life, and you find that mistakes smothers you. It squeezes funds out of you. It kills your morale. So you don't have to really encourage people that mistakes are the best way to go. They make you learn. Why should we always learn through mistakes? Let them come by default. But if we know that there is a mistake ahead, we don't have to go through the same. Because I believe that after Marwa built the villa, he had learned a lot of mistakes. And he should have taught the sister how to go about his work. Like when I look at David Jr.'s project, okay, I'm not saying that he's perfect, but I've not seen him really coming out and really ranting about this is not working, that is not working, going about saying I'm only relying on this one, I'm young, I'm 20, so people will not listen to me. Though he has placed his father to be in charge of that project at Nyabohanse. And I heard him recently, the father was telling him that it is good that he doesn't even appear before the people as if he's the owner. And I was like, okay, it's about to go down. So let's go to how Dimango now tells us. She had to remind us. Very, I want you to listen at these statements.
When you do nothing, when you don't have an idea, on how to go about it, and you're so scared. That's the real failure, But I'm excited about myself. As a young woman, I'm not scared of failure. I'm not scared of making mistakes. You know what I mean? That's what life is.
I don't know what you mean. I do not know what you mean, Dimango. That you shouldn't be scared about failure. Can you really tell a student that you shouldn't be scared about failing mathematics? I don't think this is truthful, because the reality is that all of us focus towards success and we start doing what we do. And when you fail, you don't say that it's good that I failed and learn from it. I don't think. Somehow I agree with whatever you're saying halfway, but the halfway is false. Because, for example, if you tell me that I learned from the mistakes and that failure you shouldn't fear, failure is something you should fear. Even when you start a business, the focus should be succeeding, not failure. And when failure comes, it should be an accident. not something that you are really just expecting, and you can really prove that because I failed and made it, that is the way people should go. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Trying to be better.
Testing your resilience.
So now I want to go see the work that has been done. Then call it a day. No supervision, zero supervision.
Zero supervision. Zero supervision, Mrs. Boss. You said today you are Madam Boss, and now that you are Madam Boss, the only thing you have to do is to give money. In fact, you don't even have to pay the workers. You give a full contract, the engineer monitors everything. All you have to go at the end of the day is to watch what they have done. I'm like, will you be able to record now? You said you are profiling your history. So who will profile for you?
So my workers just left. Finally, a sign of relief. I don't need to pay nobody. I don't need to ask anybody, why is this not done? This now is a true definition of a boss lady. Like, I don't need to talk nothing. All my business is managed by the engineer. Because now
you don't have to talk nothing. So you are borrowing from the Black American English. You don't have to talk nothing. You don't have to talk nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to look at nothing. That is the true definition of Madam Boss. Yes, Madam Boss. Madam Boss is now perambulating in the village, telling us what exactly Madam Boss is. So then, everybody, if you are ready to be Madam Boss, be what Dimwango is saying here. Give a full contract to the engineer, agree, write down, and you can let people do their thing as you just walk around and record, and then back to the village you come out and say what you've done, right? So she went to the villa, made the villa, and showed us what she's doing, all right? And before, the mother had been asking for space to plant some beans here, and I was like, really? Congrats, mom. Maybe you're just joking or you're creating content, because I don't see how all those pieces of land Kohera has... why am I saying Kohera? Oh, will you shut up? Okay, so all those pieces of land the husband, or rather Machete Man, has done, or Ondari has done, you don't have to really borrow a place at Devi Jr. or at Dimwango for you to plant beans. Really, mommy, mother, okay? So we see Dimwango actually planning that she wants to rear some chicks here. She wants this and that. And I'm like, the other chicken just died. Relax. Okay? Relax. She is advising.
Okay? Really, failure is when you're not even doing nothing. You're not even trying. But me, I encourage myself, I motivate myself. I'm like, what I'm doing, not many people of my age do it. So that actually makes me to keep my head high. Knowing, at least I'm challenging myself. At least I'm trying to push beyond the limit. And one day I'll look back and smile and enjoy and jump in the pool with my bikini.
You jump in the pool with your bikini. I normally see all the time Dimwango celebrates bikini, and I'm like, let the Medavilla end so that she can jump in the bikini in the swimming pools. In fact, 2 swimming pools, one at the top, one from below. Seth Adventures, you are here long ago. I have not forgotten you, but I remember you are here. You used to watch, then you disappeared. I don't know for whatever reason, but thank you. Welcome back. Welcome to the house. We are still battling with watch hours, but at least we have pushed. We are remaining with almost 320. 300 and? Yeah, we are battling with about 370 watch hours to get there. And I know if I keep at this pace, I'll just get there one day and I'll be like, am I dreaming? Oh, Seth was having problems with data. Yeah, data bundles have become so expensive. You buy little, they exhaust, then you have to buy, they're exhausted. Anyway, let us battle with this until we get enough money for routers. Because I have a router, but lately I'm not even buying any bundles for the router because it is what it is. The weather is not weathering in economic life, but we have to battle on. Why not? We have to battle on. All right. So then, we have finally reached Marwa. Today, Marwa has made a video known as the Wall of Africa and how far it has gone. And I watched that video. All I could see is that he was trying to pressure for contributions. He calls it charity. He is pressing for charity. OT, will you stop calling it begging? He's not begging. He's simply doing charity. He's simply doing charity to improve Africa and build it. And that who feels like he's begging should go beg and build her own house at the back, just like the one he is standing before, grandmother's house, okay? So stop calling it begging. He's not begging at all. He is only doing charity. Yeah. Hey. So on the video Wall of Africa, I could still see Brian still around. And I was like, why is Brian still in the village? He has been admitted, then he went back to the village to settle. I'm like, what exactly is he waiting for? Is it the party on Sunday or what exactly? But then it's content. Possibly Marwa wants to make sure that during the party is there and does something, asks for some things. I don't know. That's more charity for the home. Because I don't understand why he's still in the village. But it is what it is, guys. And the daughter of grandma is finally in the village because they sent some fare. I watched a video whereby they were sending fare. Daniel had to send around 3,000 Kenyan shillings so that she could come back to the village. And my question was, now that there's no money at all even for the wall, do we have that sponsor who was there to pay 5,000 to this lady so that she can take care of the mother? Is that person still there? Because I've not heard anything. Or will we now hear about it tomorrow? Because now that this lady is back, some video has to be made about her arriving and maybe asking the donors to support her, support her. Make Africa work, will you? And I saw Marwa walking through the trench. Is it the trench or is it the foundation of the wall? And shouting at some fella that he's digging in a wrong way. And I was like, why is this being done without an expert? Like a mason who should be an expert to tell this guy, do this, do that. But it is what it is. That is how Marwa does things, and he goes on and on and on. And he says, it's not like I don't mind your comments, but I have to do it this way because of the budget. So, guys, if you bring a heavy budget, even an expert will be used on making that wall. But he said in this video, grandma is now the richest of the richest. The richest of the richest in this village. I don't know whether it's still in Nyabohanze or a different village. But he reminded us of that when you look around, everybody is not up to the standard of grandma. At least to make it unique, grandma is going to have a wall, unlike the relatives, the neighbors. And of course, I disagree with other people who think that the wall is not important. Actually, in our own home, we don't have a wall. And it has become a habit of thieves to just come by and steal some things, Like they just come by and steal some things. So I think the wall is very important. For me, I would think among the securities that people need once you have a better home. Because they always say in sociology, when you are poor, you don't have anything to safeguard, you even don't care about the wall. You don't even care about the fence and security. Because what will somebody come to steal? Like, what exactly would have someone come to steal in grandmother's house? The bed? Or is it the cupboard? Or what exactly? Or is it the lamp? Or is it her clothes or the plates? But now that currently a lot of things have been bought, now I want you to look at what has been bought. For example, they bought the chairs. What were they? 20-something thousand? They also bought a TV from a neighbor, 20,000, though the person who sent money complained bitterly. And I don't know whether they have returned that television to that person or something, so that they buy another television for 3-inch. There is also a very good table, dining table, though I'm just looking at the glass dining table and I'm like, hey, I don't know how maybe comfortable grandma will be, though old people who don't have kids may be safe with it, but it is one of the most delicate tables ever to have, because if you have wooden stuff, it's easy, but these glass things, and if people come sit there and they are careless, it is easy to break it. But anyway, it came, the dining table that people are demanding. By the way, they are the subscribers who demanded. Sometimes the pressure on the subscribers sometimes is too much. They press and say, what the hell is that? Let them bring a classic dining table, and possibly Marwa has listened to that, and therefore he went to bring a glass dining table. Let me just check on the price, because here I'm talking without showing the video, but I'm going to show a certain video later. But in that, I remember I was looking at the prices as Maro was sharing and with Rosho in that store at Migori. And I think the dining table went at, the bed went at 67,000 Kenyan shillings. The dining table, was it about 40 something? 45 or 45,000? Yeah. And so as they brought them in the home, they had to take thumbnails, people sitting, sleeping, tasting it. But as they wait for grandma to actually show them where to place. Now, the reality is that grandma is still unwell, and she's still very, hesitant to accept some things. I saw JT yesterday saying that she did not eat even Rosho's food. I don't know. I can't actually have a receipt to show that. But for the things I'm saying, I can show that, though I don't want to show everything, because I want to talk more than show. And then we'll be going to the video to just check some things that I'm talking about, okay? So Mara says, I am not bad, I am not bad, and I do not know the definition of jealousy. And I was like, and why is it that Dimango has always been calling Mzee Matiko the CEO of jealousy? I don't know whether Lucy is still around, but do you remember there is a time Dimango actually called Matiko the CEO of jealousy? And I also saw David Jr. calling Matiko the same name when they were talking about the road. So I'm like, are you sure that now you, Marwa, because you are always in the circle of Dimango, not David Jr. as such, are you so sure that you don't know what it means by jealousy? Because he came out in this video and said, I don't even know the color of jealousy. I don't know the definition. I don't know the liquids and the contents of jealousy. I want you to look at, we are going to look at that part of the video where he said that. He said that for him, all he knows is doing good, and unless he's competing over a girl that he loves and someone else loves that girl, and that girl is loving that person more than him, that is when he will feel jealous. And I was like, then you know what jealousy is. Are you contradicting yourself or what? So we are going to just check on that right now. Let me try to relate with the video and play it right away. Okay, so of course the daughter of the grandma is coming, and we will be seeing the changes in the home. I don't know for whatever reason, but one bed has been bought. I don't know whether she will share with the daughter. 6 by 6, right? Yeah, for those of you who watched, you saw that. And the blocks of the wall have been also made. I'm supposed to learn whether indeed we can make just the raw blocks and they are used, and how strong they can be. I'm just waiting on that, because I don't know why in my case I was told to wait for 2 weeks and like treat them and do all that before I had to use it. But it is what it is. Sometimes you may never know what to do. So I want us to check at some points. Let's check in the video to see what Maro was saying. He had to come out speaking from minutes 34 to 39.53. And on matters envy, he came out to say that at what point? He also came up a lot and said a lot about that. I think it was at some point he came out to talk about envy and that he does not know the definition of what that means. And I want to just check. Then he also was reminding the Masons, when they don't see any pay, they run away, apart from YouTubers. Of course, YouTubers remain because they know they are making a lot of content. Most of them who have been using content at brands, they have been earning a lot of money. The views have been going up, most of them 5K views and so much. So for them, they don't mind whether they'll not be paid or be paid. Yeah, just as it is for the case of the somebody who brings water. Is it Micah or Mika? Yeah, the Mika person decided to actually donate 3 trips because he knows if he was almost losing land, and Maro had to rescue him by picking the tuk-tuk license, and then he has now paid fully that money and he is now loaning them. Why not? Why not sacrifice? You know, we always do to receive, give to take to receive. Even the government does that in Kenya. Whenever the government raises our salary a bit, they make sure that they raise taxes. They raise taxes so that that money is going back to them in one way or the other. So it's a man eat man society. If you know what I'm talking about, I hope you understand. So let's check that part before we can proceed. I want us to check at that minute 34. Let's go to it. Let's get to it. Be patient with me as I connect the computer. When I imagine nimenunua mboga niking'ang'ana, then it's poured away. I feel so bad. Yeah, so let's check on this. Let's check on this, guys. The problem is when you open the computer, a lot of things come around because I'm supposed to do a political review somewhere else.
And you've said here, Brian and Grandma project from
Here, let's go for it.
Jamaican uncle. Everton 29 USD. Come here, I read quickly so we go home. It's getting dark, even me, I don't want to be getting late here. So guys, those people who send me money, somebody could be feeling bad about Grandma's house. And number one is we didn't take any money or anything from the other side to bring it on her side. But just because she's doing better, someone may not feel comfortable with that. Me, I don't, actually I can tell you, me as Marwa, I don't know what jealousy is. I swear before God. Even when somebody says, oh, they are jealous of you, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't understand what jealousy is. Because for me, I think I'll feel jealous, for example, if me and you, we are fighting over the same thing. Let's say, for example, a woman. I want to speak as a man now. Let's say there's a beautiful girl. Me, I want that girl, and you as a man, you want that girl, and that girl is liking you more than she likes me, and I really like her. Maybe there I could feel something they call jealous. Like, oh man, I wish this girl. But with my hands, with my legs, with my ability to do just my own things, why would I concentrate you winning, bro? I want to learn from you. I want to learn how you're winning so that I can actually win. But sometimes...
Okay. So he does not know the color of jealous. Did you hear? Because he's not fighting over a woman. So if it's about YouTube, Gintu, hey, are you in the house? Masubo One and the rest of you. Black Marks and what? He is not jealous of you. He is not. He does not know the color of jealousy, okay? All he knows is that you should grow as he grows. Why would he feel jealous about you? So he did not arrest you because he was jealous. And by the way, why do people in Nyaboanza use that word so much? Gintu will use it. David Jr. will use it, Dimwango will use it. And I'm like, anyway, it is one of the vocabularies, just like important is. Important is a common vocabulary in Nyabohanse. Working 3 hard is also a common vocabulary. Hey, I don't know which vocabularies we should create for our villages also. So he said he's not jealous, and he doesn't know the color of jealous, the contents of jealous, the chemistry of jealous. He does not know. And he's normally surprised when people say people are jealous. So it means for him, he doesn't believe that Gintu is jealous about him. He doesn't believe that Matiko is jealous about him. The Matiko old man. Okay? Anyway, let's listen to the more as he says here.
And I'm like, bro, they have, me, I only have one eye. They have two.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't understand how jealousy or why you don't wish other people well. Because this world is
How does matters of jealousy relate with eyes? Because whether you have one eye or one hand or one leg, does jealousy go with the body structures really? Someone is jealous just because they don't feel that maybe they are your equals, they are below you, and they are feeling like, why is this one gaining a mileage? That is what happens in life, whether it's within family or workmates. You know, and I don't know why Marwa is saying he doesn't know what jealous is. Really? Like in this life, do you have anybody who lives and doesn't know what jealous is? Because, do you know, you will experience people who are just jealous about you because maybe you are doing better in one thing or the other. How many times have we seen people trying to maybe, you know, tell on us or speak against our projects? Maybe you are within an institution, let's say a school. You are writing books and selling, and others are not making it there. So they go, you know, badmouth you about what you are doing. They create stories. Is that not jealousy? When it comes to even the Bible itself, Adam and not Adam and Eve, but Abel and who? The brother. What caused the malice and the killing? Joseph in the Bible. So does Marwa mean that he doesn't even read the Bible? Because when you read the Bible, you know about Joseph and how the brothers treated him. You know the story of Abel and the brother. So how do you say you don't know what jealousy is? Because even if you don't feel that it will work against you, the only thing you can say is that even if people are jealous, you don't mind because they don't directly affect your work. But there are places where envy will affect your work. Especially if you are in a learning institution, you are doing your best and some people are envious, then they go badmouth you. You will have a downfall, you like it or not. Because, so, while Maro is telling us that he doesn't believe in jealousy, at the same time he's saying that this home needs a wall because some people are jealous about the development of grandma, and that is why he is putting a wall. The irony of the entire thing. Something you don't know, how would you protect someone against it again? That is what I normally have to ask. But the reality is, Marwa has to accept that jealousy is an existing thing. We have seen it in families. We've seen it in brotherly rivalry. We've seen among sisters. We see even among maybe workmates. All that is there. Envy is there. And that is why many people at work, they are just colleagues. They are not friends. Because you try to progress, someone feels like, why is this one gaining a mileage than me? Why is this one loved than me? Why is this one actually teaching better? Their class is doing better than me. These things are there. So I don't see why Marwa is denying that they are not there. They are there. In whichever continent, not just in Africa, not just in Kenya, not just in Nyabohansi. Even in the Bible, we are told it was there, so you can't deny it. Anyway, so Marwa went on to school the headers. He had to school the headers.
whole world is abundant. How much money is in this world? And nobody dies and goes with that money. It's still left here. Why would you worry about my small money that I have worked so hard to build? And the world is so giving. People are millionaires all over around the world. And you are worried about me building my own wealth, my own stuff, my own success, that you can actually put yourself in the right path to build yours. So that's why
Build yours, okay? put yourself in the right path and build yours. You know, today, like Marwa and and the sister decided to lecture people. Marwa is like, today I have to lecture people. You have 2 eyes. How comes I have 1 eye and you are envying me? You better envy someone who has 2 eyes like yourself. And I'm like, the physical appearance of someone does not matter. And you, of course, automatically understand the source of envy. And anyway, I'm yet to see more to say whether you are envious or not. Let's wait.
I don't understand what jealousy is. But again, I understand that we are, our reasoning, our thinking, our capacity of doing things is different.
Kidogo tu.
So when I reach there, I say, okay, maybe it's because of jealousy.
Tea.
But the idea is, there's abundance in this world. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. Even me, some people come and call me names. Oh, he's a scammer. He's a beg.
He's a beggar. He's a scammer. He's only a charity man. He's not a scammer. He's not a beggar. A beg. The Nigerians say I beg. I don't know whether they mean I beg or something else. Okay? So, Biko. Marwa is not a scammer. He is not a beggar. He doesn't beg. He doesn't scam. Do you have insecurities? You remember what he told you? He said, unless you have insecurities, that is why you would call him a scammer. That is why you could call him a beggar. Can you also beg and build a house like that one? You see what he has done? Do you know his home? Do you know his villa? All right? So how comes you are calling him a beggar and you are unable to do what he's doing? Are you not just insecure? You have a drowning soul. A drowning soul that you are thinking that you are dying from inside. You are dying from inside, you are insecure, and therefore you create outrage against him. Okay? You have failed to achieve in a lot of ways. And you know, guys, if you go to this video that Black Beauty just did recently, I think Maro watched it. And that is why he's coming out to say this, to say what he's saying. Because he has learned that indeed there is a war that is looming, maybe among the reactors and all that. And maybe the fight and all that. And that's why he's coming with confidence to address this matter. Because what Black Beauty and Auntie Yami said was actually proving that there is envy. If you people, you don't know why he has come out to say this, I am just in my perspective. He is saying this after listening to what Black Beauty said recently. Because Black Beauty came out and said that Maro is not the worst person. Some people in Nyabohanza are worse than Maro. And they keep also begging for themselves. So why do they even call Maro a beggar? So he has come out with that content, and that is how he came out. That is my thought though. Weka maji chini. Umechota maji mengi. Mtu mmoja tu. Tia. Mtu mmoja tu sihitaji maji yote. Thank you. All right. So let's proceed. Thank you. Thank you for the like. Okay. Let's watch and continue. A lesson
Beg, we
here.
see if you can build a house like this.
Beg.
Yes. I say this. Those are people who have a lot of serious insecurities. Serious. When I say serious, I mean serious. So, just to make them feel happy, you know, they have failed to achieve. So, to console their souls, I call them, you know,
Dying souls.
Drowning souls. Okay? They find something to call me or to call you who you are hardworking. Names, or they want to create grudge. But a serious hardworking man or a serious hardworking woman has no time to start saying, oh, you know, that, but they have no time. They have no time. Because you wake up every day, you are chasing the next goal. Like me right now, I'm chasing the next goal to put a wall here. That is all I'm thinking. I have no time to think, oh, there's a guy speaking this. When people call you, like, for example, like me, they say, oh, I beg and things like that. What that simply means is those people have very serious insecurities about themselves, and they have failed to achieve what is supposed to.
Commercial break, guys. Commercial break. Okay. Commercial break. You have serious insecurity. Do you have? Do you have? You can drop a comment if you have serious
What maybe
insecurities.
They have failed to achieve.
Yeah. So, if you have ever called Marwa a scammer, if you have ever called Marwa a beggar, can you go before God and maybe you have to ask for forgiveness? BBTV said it recently, and I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, okay, Marwa went and watched that video. And so he saw the Panado to give to the haters. To remind them that envy will not take them anywhere. And if they're insecure, those insecurities will not work. And he does not know what jealousy is. Even if you are jealous about him, he does not know, or he does not think it will affect him. If you are a serious man or woman, work more in the morning and set the goals and go for them. Be able to build house and finish and hand over in 23 days. Eh? If you don't believe in begging, do it even without begging and let us see. Now, I just wanted to also check on Gintu. Gintu was doing a project for a certain family, and he was telling us about arrest, and I'm unable to actually get it because I did not plan to get it early, so that I can do a comparison. You know, sometimes it's just interesting to do that comparison. But I was unable to acquire it early. I don't know whether I can get it very fast. Oh, it's here. There's something here. It's here. I think I saw it. I was like, I wanted to compare and see what about Gintu. How is he doing it? Because, again, the funny thing is that if Gintu was talking about this aspect of begging and he's not doing it, then he would be safe. But he does it. Masubo one does it. So it has become funny. So, of course, we have seen, if you have been watching Zach Senior and all those people, what they are saying is, why was Nairobi teacher reporting grandmother's house? Why was it reporting grandmother's house as not being approved by Mayugno? What was looming, you know? I'm like, hey, the grudges you people hold. I'm lucky that I don't know any of you in person. And I only see sometimes some follies in the videos and then I comment about it, but I don't know you personally. In fact, I don't have a good history of you people. But when I see currently what I'm watching, I just have to comment about it. You know, like that persistence to keep telling people, contribute, today, do something, can you give? In fact, today I was like surprised in Marwa's video. Rosho is coming from very far and Marwa is like, Mom, have you come with any money? Do you have a good surprise? Do you have any money for the wall? If you don't have, that is the only story I'm looking at. I'm like, hey, this is too much. This is too much. You can't even let someone breathe and greet and welcome. Maybe they are bringing some food. Anyway, finally there was 13,000 shillings that came out and it paid immediately. What did it pay? I don't remember. Then someone else came out with a this guy, Zico, came out with 8,000. It paid something immediately. I'm like, yeah, grab and hand over, grab and hand over. Okay? Grab and hand over. So, when Nairobi teacher came out actually talking about Mayugno and Marwa and that house being built in unapproved ways, and someone coming and wanting him to help to report something to do with what. That story, of course, was spilling some beans about what people have been doing, and I'm like, anyway, somehow, the economy of Kenya is very harsh. Though, for Maro, he has money. I don't know why he should evade tax, but as most people, they have finding it hard. And when you go for like approvals, you find someone is asking for you 20,000. You can imagine 20,000 just for approvals. And yet, if you are able to build that house without checks, you quickly grab the moment and build it. Because why are these people eating this money again? Even the government itself. Why should they eat our money when they are not doing what we need? You know? But then my question is, why is Brian continuing to sit at home when schools already started? This boy has been away from school. This is term 3, remember. Term 3 is very short. Learning time 6 weeks. So if he is still at home, it means he will go when he's 4 weeks down the line. Will he even gain anything? And this is a delinquent boy who has been home for so long. He doesn't like school in the first place. And I can actually see that this boy was delinquent because of the situation. The grandma is weak. She was not able to take care of this boy until the boy decided to fend for himself by stealing and buying stuff. But when Marwa came here, because of fear, the fear that who are these, she pretended and said there is food. And I remember in my first reaction on this, I said, this woman is pretending, or the grandmother is pretending. She doesn't have food. She had only sunbathed about 4 kgs of maize, and she was saying, kuna chakula, there is food. And I was like, are you serious? Are you sure? And of course, we have observed finally that there is nothing in this home. Nothing. And this boy needs to be really pushed to school immediately, put under close surveillance. So I saw Daniel reporting that when they reported in that school, that school was known as what? I've forgotten the name. The teachers were ready to receive because other content creators are there. And I was like, okay, so Nyabohanze with content creation even at school. And he's ready to receive him. So I'm wondering what is keeping him at home, because I saw he's in a red top and there is a games kit. This boy just needs to go to school and start adopting to school very fast, because very soon he will be back at home. December is a very long holiday, 2 months. If the boy does not adopt to school and love school, he may waste the opportunity he has gotten. But it is what it is. Maybe Marwa knows what he'll do. How do I know? What do I know anyway? I'm a mere teacher whose salary cannot build such a house as at the back of Maru. Okay? It cannot. Yeah. So, we see Marwa actually working through things, but there are some gaps. He works through things, like he has done the construction regardless of the gaps, regardless of the mistakes here and there, mishaps. But at the end of the day, people say, yeah, you can see what he has done for his community. People forget about those mistakes, but it is what it is, guys. He even says himself he cannot be perfect. Even he operates with one eye and he goes on. And I'm like, okay, if that is how we can argue things, if we can accept mistakes because that is life, it's so encouraging, right?
So, to make themselves feel at least that, oh, I am actually a better person, they find a connotation, or they find a name to give me or to give you who you are doing better. So that their souls, which are drowning, maybe they are drowning in poverty, they are drowning in denial of not achieving, they can try to soothe, to say, oh, yes. So they give you names. They call you all types of names. They call you a scammer. They call you a thief. They call you a beggar. They call you everything, so that their souls can feel much better. Me, that's what I know. Those are people who have failed to achieve things for themselves, or they look at you and see, oh my God, I could have actually, I'm even better than this guy, but this guy is doing better. So instead of taking that as a positive challenge to improve their lives, to wake up in the morning and say, I will go and do it. I will do it or die. This is how sometimes I tell myself, I will do it or die. Like this project, I told myself, I will.
Marwa told himself, I'll do it or die. Can you also tell yourself that? And if you think he's begging, start begging and then say, I'll do or die and build a house, just like grandmas. Stop denying yourself and drowning your soul because you are living in poverty or you are experiencing your challenges or you know that you cannot achieve. Hey, today Marwa was really a philosopher. Philosophy reloaded. So he went ballistic about the people who are spending their time talking about others. Unless, do you know there are people who talk about others and they earn, even if it's little? Maybe they have not just got an opportunity to explore more, but then they are doing something out of it. Whether they are talking and praising you and saying, yes, the travel commando, the only millionaire in the world, the only top content creator, the only what. You know, there are people who just do that. Whether they know Marwa has a problem or not, they'll not say it. And there are those who will always say, you are bad, you don't do good, you have nothing good to show off, even when they know there's something good, okay? But in life, what I believe is everybody has their goodness and badness. And maybe the goodness may overwhelm the badness or badness overwhelm the goodness. And maybe that is what people just need to understand. And if people just do the critique without malice or wanting to show that someone is just too bad, I don't think critique will be bad. And when I look at the topic of envy, I don't know why of late a lot of people are talking about it. You saw I brought Obina here talking about the same. And now Marwa is here talking about the same. So guys, I'm reaching the end. I was just enjoying the moments. Just enjoying the moments. And I think in this video, there was a lot. I've only explored some few points, but this was one of the videos that Marwa decided to speak, you know. And even as they went later with Rosho to buy whatever they had to buy, and he was saying that he wants to go back to his villa and do the kitchen, ensure hot water is now running, ensure that the beds in the villa are classic. And so when they went to that shopping, I just knew that he's also trying to check around for the best beds. He said that he wants the 5-star hotel beds in the villa. Remember, it is also partly a B&B for visitors, international visitors. So he should acquire the international standards, right? Yeah. So in this video, we actually saw him doing a lot of prophecy at Grandma's place also. He talked about the boys will be born in this place and they'll be driving bicycles around, riding bicycles. He also prophesied that there'll be a road expansion, and so the road will be tarmacked at this point, you know. He also said the positive, you know, the other prophecy he said that, he said something about what? Okay, I remember in the video, he also kept reminding people that if you want this kind of chairs, this is the money. And I was so surprised there was a chair of 170,000. 170,000 Kenyan shillings. And I was like, really? I hope Mark is seeing, or Michael. Which of them will buy this? Okay? 170,000, a chair of that. He also showed a bed of how many. There was such expensive stuff shown around there. He also even came around to show us some herbal medicine that can heal the stomach, can heal a lot of virus. And I was like, oh, indeed, I'm seeing Marwa is taking over. Congrats, mom job, because he knows a lot of herbal medicine. He can point out this and say, this one can treat chicken, a serious medicine for this. This one can serve for this. This one can serve for this. Yeah. Yeah. And so I was like, okay. The disco vumbi was also talked about here, the local dances, and he was saying the aspect of child abuse, or rather sexual abuse, is not African. So he said that, and I was like, okay. Do you think all the parents used to just accept that their children are taken away and married like that? Was it even a good habit that you can say it was just okay? I don't think so. If you are developing Africa, you should also have that mindset to believe that it was wrong. I don't think up to now you can say local dances, the disco vumbi, and also allowing women to be snatched away and married randomly was okay. I don't think so. My aunt was actually snatched away and married off to an old person. And I don't think that's a good aspect. He died so early, leaving her with the kids. And if not for my father, somehow those kids bringing up would have been a very great problem. So I don't think some cultures in Africa have to be apprehended, because I teach literature, and we always say that some customs are not worth keeping, They're just done. Yeah, so guys, I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed your presence also. Unfortunately, the phone refused to show me the videos at some point, and I had to stop actually showing. But I appreciate I've taken 1 hour, 27 minutes and 11 seconds. Thank you so much for being here. Keep tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I'll do more videos, because I've been having... the first day I had a journey to make a presentation, so no time. Today, I had lessons throughout. By the time I wanted to do the live stream, the rains were here, so I could not do them at work. But I appreciate people have watched, and I really thank God for whichever views I get a day. I really congratulate those who have watched me. I know that is what I'm meant to receive for that day. Thank you. Let me go to Life Saga TV and do something, because that has slept idle. Actually, let me take a break of about 10 minutes, then I do a live stream on that channel. Thank you.